Hi, everybody. John McElroy here, talking all things automotive. Today, I'm talking with Jim Roche. He's the CEO and founder of a company called WarrCloud. We'll get into what that's all about. But he's got some fascinating insights to what's going on with warranty work in the auto industry. And Jim, your data shows that the cost of warranty work is growing far faster than you expected, and you expected it to go up quite a bit.
That's right, John. Thank you. Glad to be here. Yeah, we've been tracking OEM warranty for 5 years, and we have been projecting that warranty was going to increase year over year significantly. In 2024, we were expecting to see a rise of 8.4%, which in a $23 billion market is a whopping big percentage in dollar amount. But it actually went up 12.4%. According to NADA, which exceeded, I think, everyone's projections. So it's pretty remarkable that, just to be clear here, I'm not talking extended warranty. This is just a basic OEM warranty across all brands in the United States. Went from 23 billion and change to over 25 billion. Actually, 12%, that would have put us almost at 28 billion. So a remarkable increase.
That's a lot of money. In fact, as you know, the automakers have to break out what they spend on warranty and recalls. And I've got some of the numbers here, and it's enough to set your hair on fire. Ford is at, last year, it spent $5.8 billion on warranty and recall. GM was at $4.5 billion. Stellantis at $3.7 billion. Even Tesla was at $1.4 billion. What's driving this big increase in cost?
Yeah, I think a couple of things are driving those. Number one, if you look at the number of vehicles we're selling, it's been increasing year over year. Now I think we're going to see a flat year in terms of new vehicle sales this year. But since the pandemic, it's been going up and up and up, millions more vehicles, which means millions more warranty vehicles on the road. So that naturally is going to drive up your warranty cost. Second, according to J.D. Power, they have been tracking the warranty costs on electric vehicles, and they run about 300% higher than an internal combustion engine. So we've been selling more electric vehicles. So I think that also is driving it up. And the third factor is that we've been bringing many, many new vehicle platforms to market. And we always know that there are quality problems with new vehicle platforms. And lastly, and maybe most importantly, we're on this path to autonomy. And that means a lot more technology in the vehicles, more onboard computing, more sensors and the like. And that technology is expensive. So all of those factors combined, I think, are what we're seeing to drive up the overall warranty costs.
Yeah, wow. When you look at electrics or even regular cars, are there any particular warranty items that stand out?
Well, on the electric vehicles, obviously, if you have a battery problem, those components are very, very expensive. I think a couple of years ago, we saw one of the import manufacturers had to recall the battery trays. And that single recall was in the, almost $1 billion. But beyond that, no, not really. I would lump it in the category of technology is what we're seeing a lot of the expense, but I'm not aware that there's one single component that's a significant contributor.
Yeah, tell us, what does WarrCloud do? And how'd you pick that name, by the way?
No, well, so what warranty is, or WarrCloud is it's the industry's first and only technology platform that automates the submission of the warranty claim from the dealer to the manufacturer. Heretofore, it's been done the same way for about 80 years. It's one or more human beings at the dealership who take the repair order, look up the codes, translate the part numbers and everything else, and then submit it to the factory. And it's a laborious and time-consuming process. WarrCloud essentially automates that using AI. And so the name, I'm going to give away here how much my lack of imagination, but the name is just Warranty Cloud smushed together, WarrCloud.
That's great. So very interesting. This increase in warranty work has got to be kind of a boon for car dealers then.
Oh, to be sure. I mean, it's what we're seeing in terms of a dealership service department revenue streams is really interesting. I mean, there are two primary revenue streams in a service department, right? You have CP or customer pay, which as the name implies, the customer pays the dealer, and then OEM warranty, which is, the customer doesn't pay anything. The dealer does the work and then they submit it to the manufacturer and then the manufacturer reimburses them. And last year, what we saw was warranty work increased year over year by 12.4%. But at the same time, what happened, customer pay growth has declined and has been decelerating year over year. If memory serves, last year customer pay grew about 2% in dealers. The year before that was 4%. The year before that, the growth was even higher. So we're seeing a stepping down of customer pay growth at exactly the same time that warranty revenue is on the increase. So that is a good thing for the dealers because it's offsetting some of that deceleration in customer pay.
So the customer pay, is that people just not taking their cars to get fixed at a dealership?
I think it's a couple things. One, I think, we know, and it's been this way for years, based on data from Cox Automotive, dealers see about 1 out of every 3 service visits happen at a dealership. So 2/3 happen outside of the dealership service department. But we're seeing that has been steadily declining over the years. And I think a couple of things contribute to that. One, again, from Cox Automotive data, consumers say that dealer pricing, both service and parts, is a little high, consumer perception, as compared to the aftermarket. The other thing that we're seeing is that electric vehicles, again, which are making up a higher and higher percentage of overall vehicles, really don't have a lot of customer pay work. There's not a lot of maintenance that you have to do on an EV. So I think those two things combined are taking a bite out of customer pay for dealers, but we're seeing warranty work is offsetting that, which is a really good thing. Let me comment on the warranty work. The other interesting trend that we've been seeing is, I mentioned, we've been doing warranty claims processing pretty much the same way for 80 years. It's human beings looking up codes and doing data entry and all this stuff. But that labor for the human beings that have historically done this work are on the decline. They're retiring or they're leaving the automotive industry, and the younger generation is not stepping in to fill those positions. So you can see what's happening here. There's a little bit of a scalability problem. The demand for warranty claims processing is on the rise at exactly the same time that the labor force that has historically done it is on the decline. So if you forecast that out long enough, it really begins to become an acute problem. And that's one of the reasons why we're getting indications from the market that WarCloud is a little bit of right idea at the right time, because dealers are going to run into a labor shortage on the warranty claims processing.
I was going to say these trends seem to play in beautifully with what WarrCloud wants to do.
Well, I'd love to tell you that was the plan going back several years ago, but it really is just it seems to be serendipity that's working in our favor. WarrCloud is the category creator in this space, meaning we're the first, and as far as we know, we're the only ones who are using technology to automate warranty claims processing. So however we got here, we're very glad that we're in this position at a time when it looks like the industry is really going to have a need.
Besides using WarrClouds, any advice to dealers in terms of handling warranty work, or even back to the car companies themselves about their skyrocketing cost here?
Well, for the dealers, I think dealers really need to begin rethinking their service department business model. Up until now, warranty work has sort of been just a gimme. Hey, it comes in, it's captive. You can't take the warranty work anywhere else but to an authorized dealership. And so it was just, they dealt with it. But with customer pay growth on the decline and warranty work on the rise, I think dealers need to be rethinking how they market their service departments. So for example, there are a lot of services out there that identify open recalls in your primary market area, in your inventory, even in your service lane. I think every dealership should have one of those services so they are capturing as much of that warranty work that you can get. Because think about what warranty work is really, it is an opportunity to impress the vehicle owner. Because warranty work, the consumer doesn't have to pay for it. You can also upsell other maintenance services. And if that customer has a great experience, they're much more likely to come back particularly as they get out of the warranty period. And if you can get that person to be a repeat customer, they are 70% likely to buy their next vehicle from you. So it's a huge opportunity. Warranty work should not be just viewed as a gimme or as a captive. It should be viewed as an opportunity that should be marketed. It should be a great customer experience. And then you get into that, you retain that additional service work and eventually that next vehicle sale. In terms of what the OEMs should be doing, I mean, I am sure that they are doing a lot of work on quality and trying to get their warranty work down. But I think there is a fair amount of work that needs to be done in streamlining that claims process so that we can get the claims submitted and get the dealer reimbursed. Because what that and this dovetails around, John, if you get that warranty work as quickly as possible to the OEM, and it is a form that is very understandable, they analyze that information from the dealer, and that allows them to identify quality problems and patterns in the supply chain, and they can get ahead of those and get them fixed. So, and that can save tens, if not hundreds of millions of dollars. So streamlining that warranty submission process has a huge benefit to the manufacturer in getting ahead of quality problems and preventing them before they get out into the wild. And that not only has savings in terms of quality, but it also has a huge savings in terms of customer perception of the brand. So yeah, there's work to be done on both sides for sure.
Well, that's very good insight and terrific advice. Jim Roche, I want to thank you for your time this morning. Very, very interesting what the kind of work that you're doing with warranty.
Glad to be here, John. Thanks for having me.
Do you want to see the automotive industry grow and thrive? So do we. That's why we dedicate our shows to providing the people in the industry with important data and information, and access to the people who are driving the industry forward with the guests that we bring on our shows and the interviews that we conduct. But we need your help to continue doing it. That's why I'm asking you to support Autoline with a YouTube or Patreon membership. It'll get you extra content that will be available only to members, but it will especially make sure that you and Autoline continue to drive the automotive industry forward.